This one could eventually get strong enough. And again, Cedricville, it's headed your way. It'll be there in about 10 minutes. So at about 7:40 or so is when it'll be in your neck of the woods. All right, I'm going to pan out just a bit. I want to take a look at the other storm that is in Madison County. And we do have a little bit of rotation here. Not great, not very strong, just kind of weak right here. And this rotation, just on the latest update near Cedricville I was talking about, has weakened just a tad as well. So those are two very strong storms, likely severe, likely causing some hail. But here's our main concern. We've got rotation with this storm moving into northern Stoddard County and southern Bullinger County. This should stay to the south of Zalma, but Highway 51 between Zalma and Puxico, you're going to be under the gun. I know I mentioned Advance earlier. Advance, this is just off to the east, but it's a good idea to keep a heads up on what's headed your way, because this could move towards your area. More than likely would stay just to your south. And here's that other rotation right here near the Greenville area. It is just south of Greenville along Highway 67 where we were seeing the possibility of a tornado. So we've got a possible tornado here, and we've got a possible tornado right here. Again, we don't have any ground truth. We don't have any damage reports, but the atmosphere is very conducive to get these circulations down to the surface, and we do have them definitely showing up on rotation when we look at the First Alert Doppler network. So more tornado warnings are likely to be issued as we head throughout the evening. It's currently 7:32, and we're tracking severe weather across the heartland. We do have a tornado watch out for the counties that you see here outlined in yellow. We have a severe thunderstorm that may clip northern Jefferson County in Illinois here later. You can see that severe thunderstorm warning is out for Washington County in southern Illinois. We have Madison County right here that is in that severe thunderstorm warning, and of course you see the tornado warnings in red. Other strong storms are in this general area right here, moving towards southern Ripley County over the next hour or so. So a busy night shaping up. Do you have any more updates, Laura, from the chat room on any possible damage or any other reports?
There haven't been many reports besides just hail reports. A couple areas that haven't been mentioned much tonight because you're not under any type of warning is in Perry County, Missouri, where we've had reports of hail covering the ground there. I think it was pretty small hail, but nonetheless, pea-sized hail covering the ground, of course, catch you off guard. Just got a report of dime-sized hail in Perryville from a bit ago as well. And again, you are not under a warning right now, but those storms pushing through your area, still dropping hail, and I think that's going to be an issue for even the unwarmed storms as we continue through the evening hours, especially those ones now moving back into southern Illinois. There is likely hail falling with that storm just north of Jonesboro, right through the Lick Creek area. So that means that some pea-sized hail will likely fall on your vehicle if you know someone or if you plan on traveling on 57 or on I-24 as well. So let's go ahead and kind of zoom out here. I also do want to give you that update that we still have much of the heartland under that tornado watch until 1 o'clock. Does that mean every county will be under the tornado watch until 1 o'clock? Well, no, but there are still storms back to our west. See that right there? That's a severe thunderstorm. I've had my eye on this storm for quite some time, and it still has shown some signs of rotation. So unfortunately, that means places like Butler County, back into the Boot Heel, back into southern portions of Stoddard County could still be impacted by this storm, even though it's been fairly calm and those storms have been north of you in the Poplar Bluff area. I want to give the all clear to a couple communities right now as well. Again, Poplar Bluff, Dexter, these storms are still well north of you. You're not out of the woods, though, because we still have that storm I just showed you off to our south and west. But Puxico, you are officially under that tornado warning. Right now, the threat appears to be just north of Puxico, and this is moving eastward. So that means unless you're on the north side of town, if you're staying on the south side of town in Puxico, this will likely creep just to your north. But just in case, I know you're under that warning, you're getting those alerts. Hopefully you have the KFBS weather app downloaded so you can get those alerts. If you don't, now's the time to do it. This still could be a long night, and if we haven't mentioned your community yet, we could be mentioning it in the future. So Puxico, you are good right now. Also, there's some communities kind of in between these storms. If I pan up to the north a little bit, Grant was talking about the possibility of some rotation with this storm north of Marble Hill, as well as this storm near Marquand. Along 34 here, you could still just come across some very small hail. Things are looking calmer for you traveling along 34. If you're traveling south out of Marble Hill on Highway 51 right now, I would advise you not to do that. Hold off a little bit because, again, you'll be driving into that storm. You'll be driving down towards Advance, and that storm is moving towards the Advance area, although right now it looks like that rotation should stay just south of Advance. But hail, lots of hail reports. You guys have been sending me pictures. You've been sending me reports on Facebook. Please keep doing that. You are helping us tell the story. We need your eyes out there telling us what you're seeing. We do not want you to go outside and take pictures if you are under a tornado warning. I want to make that clear, though. The pictures aren't worth it, but if you are in a safe spot and you have photos to send us, please, of course, do that.
Thanks, Laura. Again, we're tracking some storms. My producer, Brian, I think we've got a photo. I want to pull that up. It's from this storm right here. You said this was taken just north of Van Buren. You said about 10 miles? Okay, so about 620 with that storm. That definitely looks like a funnel cloud or possible funnel cloud. Again, it's hard to know exactly where this was in location of the storm, but that's the storm that went across extreme southern Reynolds County, and it was at that time when it was in Shannon County, it was just to the north of Van Buren, so that definitely could have caused a little brief tornado to touch down. So that's kind of what we're dealing with tonight. Let's go ahead and go back to Max 1. Thanks, Brian, for that information. Again, tornado warning for Caldwell County. Again, the rotation had weakened just a bit, but let's zoom into it real quick before we get to the storms in southeast Missouri. This storm in Caldwell County, east of Princeton, is about to move out of our viewing area. And once it's out of our viewing area, we will let it go. We'll let folks that monitor weather to our east. But you can see here's that possible rotation. It's crossing the county line right now. And there it is. It's a little stronger right now, but it's right now. It is east of that 91 intersection with 124. Was that what we were saying? Let me pan down just a bit, see if that road shows up. So here's Dawson Springs. The rotation is directly south of Dawson Springs, and it's now crossing out of Caldwell County. So Princeton, this tornado warning is moving out of your area. It's headed towards Crofton. It's moving out of our viewing area. So we're not going to forget about you, Western Kentucky. In case anything pops up, we'll be watching it. But we have other storms, and they could be headed your way later on tonight as well. So we got to continue to monitor all the storms across the area. And like Laura said, some of these storms are getting a little intense right now across northern Cape Girardeau County, northern Union County, about to move into Jackson County in Illinois. These storms could produce some hail as they move off to the north and to the east. So our strongest storms right now, again, are hanging out in Wayne County, moving into Stoddard County and extreme southern Bullinger County. South of Marble Hill, this tornado warning will stay south of Marble Hill. There's our hook shape right here to the north and east of Williamsville. Here's our hook just to the north of Puxico. We'll scope these storms and see if we can see the rotation that is inside of the storms right now. Again, this is right along the Bullinger County line with Stoddard County and Wayne County. There's that possible tornado rotation right there. And we've got another rotation right here, as you can see, just to the east of Highway 67 in Williamsville. Those are where we need to be seeking shelter. So if you're in extreme southern Bullinger County, northern Stoddard County, from Puxico north, and in eastern Wayne County, this storm south of Piedmont, so far this is behaving. The tornado has crossed Highway 67. So west of Highway 67 right now in Wayne County, we're not seeing any signs of a tornado. East of Highway 67 in Wayne County, we are still seeing signs of a tornado, a possible tornado right here, and another possible tornado right here moving out of Wayne County and right along the Wayne-Bullinger County line. So for you folks in Cape Girardeau, for you folks in Advance, Marble Hill, the circulations from these storms should stay just to your south. These will likely move into the Scott County area if they hold together. Other storms that we're watching, well, we're watching some storms that are still outside of our viewing area that could impact parts of Ripley County if it holds together. This severe storm right here let's zoom into here because this is going to be moving right into southwestern Ripley County within the hour. And right now we do have a severe thunderstorm warning on this thunderstorm. It's headed towards the community of Myrtle, but if it holds together, it would probably stay just south of Doniphan, but it would be close as it moves off to the east. This is where Mammoth Springs is right here. So if you know where Mammoth Springs, this storm is just to the northeast of the Mammoth Springs area. And as we take a look at the hail, there's a possibility. I tell you what, I want to look at the winds inside there more importantly to see. We know they're all producing hail. All these storms have been producing hail. We're not seeing any really big signs of a tornado with that storm, so that's good news. Again, this is south of Alton, and it's headed towards the Doniphan area, or just to the south of Doniphan. And this is a storm that, if it holds together, would probably be going into Dunkling County in a few hours as well. So right now we only have the two storms that are producing possible tornadoes. The third storm is moving out of our area as we speak, moving out of Caldwell County. We've got the possibility of a tornado in extreme southern Bollinger County and in eastern Wayne County. We've got another very strong storm near Marquand. We'll take a look at that again because earlier it was showing some signs of rotation, but I think those signs have weakened just a bit, and we hope that trend continues. I also want to take a look at the storm near Cedricville that was showing a little rotation that could be moving into northwestern Cape Girardeau County. So right near Marquand is what we're talking about. You can see this heavy cell moving right into your neck of the woods, likely going to see some hail with that storm. And we'll take a look at the winds inside us right over the Scopus area. Yep, we're seeing a little bit of rotation near Scopus. You can see winds going towards and away right here. It's weak, but it's there. And then we've got the possibility of a little rotation right here near Marquand, but it is weak as well. So right now, these two storms, the one in northern Bollinger County and the one in eastern Madison County, do not appear to be under the threat of producing a tornado anytime soon. The other storm we're watching, of course, are the ones that could produce a tornado right now. And boy, that's got a pretty significant hook echo right there in eastern Wayne County as we speak. We'll zoom back into both these storms because these two storms have been going for quite some time. I know the one that is moving out of the area in Caldwell County, it really started developing at about 3:34 o'clock, and it's still going. So these storms have a rich environment that are very favorable for them to keep going on and on, unfortunately. And that's not what I like to hear, because I'd like to let everybody toss it back and let you watch what you're supposed to be watching right now. We'd like for things to calm down, but as long as we have a threat of a tornado in the heartland, we're not going to do that. We've got Highway Z here in extreme eastern Wayne County where that rotation is, and that's going to be moving right along the Bollinger County, Stoddard County line. Our other rotation is located in this general area right here, headed towards State Highway D. That's south of Greenville and east of Highway 67. So a possible tornado is located right in this general area, and we have a possible tornado in this general area. Now, I just saw a new severe thunderstorm warning issued. Laura, can you go a little more detail on, it's right where the tornado warning is. Is that a sign that they may be doing away with the tornado warning for that storm?
They are. This one is just for wind and hail until 8:30 for Wayne County.
So in other words, what we're saying is this storm, the rotation is not as intense as it was, which is true. It's very broad at what we were looking at. And so this tornado warning will be allowed to expire, and it's just going to be a severe thunderstorm warning. This tornado warning will continue until, I think you said, is it 8:15 for the southern Bollinger County, northern Stoddard County?
Yes.
So hopefully we'll get a little reprieve. These storms will weaken just a bit, and we can catch our breath here as well. But until that happens, we're staying on with this because there's a threat of tornadoes and damage that could occur to you and your property. We want to keep everybody in the heartland safe. Again, there's a lot of folks not being impacted right now, and they're probably wanting to see their regular programs, and I can understand that. But again, anybody in harm's way in our viewing area, it's always been the case. We go on the air and we stay with it until the threat is over. So again, I want to zoom real quick to the storm east of Princeton because we talked about it, that it has likely moved out of the area. And there it is. Here's the Caldwell County line right here, that black line. Yes, there's some heavy rain, probably some hail, but the tornado would be right there. That's where the rotation would be. And so the tornado threat is exiting our western Kentucky counties right now. Doesn't mean it won't come back. We still have storms well to your west, But this particular storm is finally moving out of our viewing area as we speak. So let's pan things out just a bit. We'll pan out even farther, and then we'll go back to the west and take a look at these severe storms that are possibly producing tornadoes. Again, we've got what appears to be, and there is a front that's trying to move, a little weak cold front that's trying to move southeast as well. This is that warm front that's moving to the north, and we're seeing storms break out along it. And then we've got another front that's slowly sinking to the southeast. We think that that's going to cause all these storms to become a line. And once the storms are in a line, it mainly becomes a gusty wind and hail threat, and the tornado threat goes downhill. So that's what we're hoping happens over the next hour or so, as it looks like it's trying to happen with this storm right here in Bollinger County. You notice the storm in Madison County looks a little weaker because the air flowing into it is being stolen by this storm right here that is in western or in eastern Bollinger County, about to move into western Cape Girardeau County. This is going to be near the old Bollinger Mill right here, as right where the Whitewater River has the old mill in that waterfall area. So far, we're not seeing any real rotation in that area. I'm looking at the other side that Laura is showing. There's a little weak rotation with that storm. So again, the atmosphere is conducive for tornadoes, so we have to, of course, keep a close eye on it. You can see right there, that's the rotation I'm talking about, and that is in northeastern Bollinger County. But it's not extremely strong right now, but it is pretty tight, so we'll have to continue to watch that closely. So let's get back to our tornado warned storm.
Ping pong ball size hail in that one too. That's by Greenville, the one you're just going to. Just reported 2 miles southeast of Greenville. Ping pong ball size
So this storm
hail.
right here that is near State Highway D, ping pong ball size hail, that earlier had the tornado warning out on it. And you see right here, you said just to the east of Greenville?
Yep,
So,
about 2 miles southeast.
yeah, so very large hail falling with this storm, as we would expect. And I'm pretty certain we're getting very large hail with this storm as well. And a possible tornado with this storm as it moves off to the east right now. I'll scope this to see how that rotation is looking. We don't see any noticeable inflow notch anymore on this storm, but there's still a little couplet right there. So there's a chance we still could be looking at a rain-wrapped tornado right along the Stoddard-Bollinger County line, although I got to say the rotation is looking weaker. So that's definitely a good sign, and hopefully this is a sign of things to come as we expand things out and take a look at the entire heartland. Again, we have tornado warning out for Bollinger County and northern Stoddard County, and anytime we have a tornado warning or we feel there is a threat to your life or your property, we like to let you know. So that's why we're on the air right now, and we're going to stay on the air until everybody in our viewing area in the heartland is safe from harm's way from the severe weather. And believe me, Laura and I don't necessarily like to talk for 4 hours straight. It hurts after a while, but we're going to do it to keep everybody safe that is listening to us right now. Our biggest storm right now is this storm that is in extreme southern Bollinger County with the possibility of a tornado. We'll see if they extend that tornado warning off to the east, and if they do so, that could include parts of northern Stoddard County and maybe southeastern Bollinger County and southwestern Cape Girardeau County. But it looks like with that, well, it does look like it's turned just a little bit more to the left. So it may be moving a little more east-northeast now, as you can see that. So here's the latest on the tornado watch. You can see all the yellow shaded counties. That is a tornado watch that is in effect until 1 o'clock in the morning. I do not anticipate the severe weather threat to last that long. I'm anticipating the severe weather threat to linger until about 11:30, 12 o'clock. Around midnight, things should begin to vastly improve across the heartland. At least we hope so. That's the way most of our guidance is showing us right now. So back to First Alert Doppler Network. Again, they've trimmed back the tornado warning for Caldwell County. It's off to our east. More storms developing in Bollinger County and Cape Girardeau County. And then we have a tornado warning